Hey, hi people. This is Nitesh from Concurate. Welcome to our this week's Friday session. I thought to cover a very interesting topic today. A lot of queries, we receive a lot of queries at Concurate where our prospect says, "Hey, how could we do PR? We don't have that much budget to to hire expensive PR firms. Could we we basically we send emails to journalists, we use softwares, but we don't get any response. Can we do something about it? How to go about it? Could you share the process?" So I thought, why not talk about this particular topic today and share how you could basically do PR on your own of your product without hiring expensive PR firms. So let's dive deep into the topic. Now, everyone, if you're a SaaS owner, you want to get yourself covered by Entrepreneur or your product covered by Entrepreneur, Forbes, New York Times, Washington Post, TechCrunch, Wall Street journals, publications like this. But then you fear, hey, would they be open to cover me? Why would they cover me? Or do I need to hire PR firms that could help me get covered through these publications? So that's not the case in today's world. Anyone can basically get anyone can get covered through these publications. It's not difficult, uh, just that you need to employ the right strategy. Why most businesses fail to generate any kind of PR even after having or even after using softwares like Prowly, Muckrack, Meltwater, Presley. These are all the softwares that basically help you find out right contacts, PR contacts, and all that. But still, a lot of businesses they fail to generate any PR. Most of the prospects that basically come to us, they tell us that they are using the software, still they are not able to generate any result. They are not able to generate any kind of PR win for their product, for themselves. Now, like, why this happens? So I was just like going through Twitter and I found really good tweets by some journalists. They share what kind of problems they face when someone pitched them. So John basically says someone literally sent me a press release about how a CEO they represent had tweeted someone or something that at Elon Musk. I checked in. One, Elon Musk didn't reply, and the tweet only got three favorites or three likes. So these kind of pitches, journalists usually receive these kind of pitches. Now, would you be open to read such an email, or when you don't have time at all, or would you be open to read and respond to such an email? So, of course, this email looks better. You won't be inclined to read such an email. People share such emails to journalists. Um, that of course won't give you any result, or that doesn't get any result for them. um, so how basically what you can do to get covered like this? So this is one of the email Dimitri wrote, my friend Dimitri wrote, where he basically just he did a poll, and he sent it to he saw that Daryl basically regularly publish about iOS updates, Android updates on TechCrunch. He did a poll. He quickly shared an email with Dimitri, with Daryl, that hey, I've done this poll. Looks like I've got like strange results. Again, he basically does not um, talk about, hey, please include this, or pitch about his product. He just share, hey, I read this article, I did a poll around it, it would be interesting for your readers. That's it. And that got covered. That basically got him a PR, that basically got him an article on TechCrunch. So how you could basically go about it? Very first thing, or the mistakes that we do when we don't have any relationship with journalists, we send them emails out of the blue. We just figure out email addresses using softwares like Prowly, softwares like Presley. and we send them the press release, we send them any kind of email. I mean, hey, we are this, we are doing this, would you be interested? Or this is something we are doing, this is the new feature we have launched. They don't care about the feature, they don't care about your product, they care about themselves. We don't do research what kind of articles they publish, what kind of stories they cover. We just start sending out those emails. So what we should do? So usually when we reach out to journalists, or if I am someone and I need to basically, if I want to reach out to a journalist, I won't reach out to him straight. I won't straight away send him an email out of the blue saying, "Hey, this is Nitesh, and this is what we do in my pitch." I mean, why would he open? Why would he even open my email when he received more than 100 emails? So, as a first step, what you need to do is you should have a framework about building a relationship. What I usually do whenever I have to pitch someone, I know that this is a journalist that covers what I want to get featured. So I first go to their existing post or their existing news stories. I would comment on two of their news stories. I would then, as a next step, I would go and follow that particular journalist on Twitter. I would like and share two of their tweets. I would then email them an idea or feedback based on their recent content. Again, I am not pitching anything here, just sharing, hey, XYZ, I really loved the article you've recently written. I feel I either agree with your opinion or I don't agree with your opinion. This is my humble opinion. This is what I feel about the article. That's it. So in this way, you are basically trying to build a relationship with that journalist. You are not pitching him anything, but you're just trying to build a relationship with him. And then as a next step, you send him the emails, whatever you do. Now you don't need to straight away go and pitch your product, your feature. I mean, they won't be inclined towards basically opening your email or talking to you if you straight away pitch or plug your product. So I will be sharing a different kind of emails that you could straight away pick up, and after doing this kind of after making this kind of relationship with the journalist, start sending them the emails. So the very first kind of email you can send to a journalist is you can point out spelling mistakes. Now this is a very thin line to work on, or a very thin rope to work on. You don't want to sound too harsh or too aggressive. Just be very subtle. Hey, I basically love your stories. I just found a few spelling mistakes in your recent article, wanted to follow up. Don't don't be a grammar nazi and start basically talking about spelling mistake in all of the articles. Share one or two sentence and that's it. It's like opening up a conversation, and journalists love this. I mean, they love when people read their stories in such a detail that they are able to figure out those grammatical error and they send out to them. So journalists basically love talking to those. Now again, here you are not pitching them anything, just sharing, just trying to build a relationship, just sharing an email that, hey, this is something I observed, I would love to know what are the stories you're working on. So this is one kind of email you can share with journalists. You can share in upcoming news. So again, you read an email, you read a recent article by a journalist, and you think that, hey, this is something that is related to us as a company. This is something that is related to our product. Here you can pitch a little. Here you can talk about, hey, I have a news around this. You recently wrote an article around this, and we have some controversial viewpoints, or we have these kind of views with respect to what you think. We have some news coming out that could basically complement the article you have written. Would you be interested to learn more? So again, now when a journalist has basically done a recent story, and if you're providing him value by saying that, hey, I have something that you could add in your story, or that you could write as a follow up to this story, I mean, he would be more than open to talk about or discuss. Then another email you can talk about is you can share a helpful article. For example, some journalist might have recently wrote about a particular thing, webcam or anything, and um, you came across an article or you came across a video that shares how you can look good at a webcam. So you can basically share that particular video with that journalist. Hey, I recently read your article around this. I found this little video very interesting. Would love to know your thoughts, or curious to know your thoughts around this. So this is something you could again do. And again, here we are not pitching anything, but we are sharing how helpful we could be, how we could basically share, how we could share stuff that journalists actually care about. Then you can basically share something around, I followed your advice. I mean, for example, if a journalist talk about weight loss thing, or a journalist talk about something else, how you can be consistent in what you do, and you share that, hey, I read this article and I followed your advice, and that's the result, and this is the result I got. I mean, he would love to basically respond back to you. He would love to share. He would love to basically share that, yes, he liked that you read his story and you followed his advice, and then from there onwards you could start building the relationship. And that's what a lot of people have done to basically get. Again, I'm not saying that you would straight away get a media coverage by sharing this email, but these kind of emails gets opened by journalists. Journalists love to basically open such emails where people are not pitching them. They are genuinely sharing. They genuinely care about what they are writing. Now, you have built a relationship on social media with them as well. Keep so that's, and from there onwards you could then talk to him, talk about his new stories, share about what you are doing, see how you could basically interact or how you could collaborate. That is something you could do. Another email that a lot of technology companies use to get some PR for them is, they basically create reports, and journalists who cover that particular domain, or who has covered a particular topic, they share their report insights, they share their insights with that journalist, and as a follow-up, that journalist may be inclined towards picking the findings of that report. For example, if a journalist is covering 5G technology and you have shared, hey, these are the prominent players in 5G technology, and that's what they are doing in the space as a report. Now, when you share this report with that journalist who cover 5G technology or whose domain is 5G, he would love to basically read that report. He would love to quote that report in the in any upcoming article he or she write about 5G technology. So this is something you could do. So these are a few emails. These are a few things you could do to. You could try straight away start doing to generate PR for your SaaS, PR for your business. Then this is not just for SaaS, but you could use this for your business as well. This would basically help you establish or get your foot in that door, where you basically start talking to journalists and then take one step at a time. But this will basically get your foot in the door, and this has actually helped a lot of startups business getting PR on some major publications like TechCrunch, like New York Times, like the Wall Street Journal, without hiring any expensive PR firms. If they can do it, you can do it. Try it out for yourself. If you have done anything else, if you have some more hacks for our readers or our viewers, share those with us in the comments below, and we would include that in our next video or maybe here.